Hey guys, PeeCarNoo here, bringing you guys another GTA 5 video, and in today's video I just want to talk about the stunt part of this DLC, because I've done the showcases that for the cars that I think are actually going to be beneficial in this game, and that's all done. So what I want to talk about is the two best stunt races for competitive and basically just racing in general. You know, it's still got that competitiveness and still got that vibe to, you know, racing seriously in the game, but having this sort of element and flamboyancy of what this DLC is offering. So the first race, what you're seeing here, is called the Duel. This is a duel race, which is what it's actually called. So basically what you're seeing in this is the first lap, but what we tried to do is we had one team going on the left hand side, you know, for the first corner, which you probably saw at the beginning, and then the other half going towards the right. So the two tracks have two different routes and they sort of jump over each other. So you'll see in the next couple of clips how they work, but it's like the first part on the left hand side is much quicker, but then the right hand side is actually quicker towards the end, so the other team caught up. So as you'll see now, we're in second place. This is my teammate here at first and second. As we go around this corner, we're in first place, because this part of the track is actually quicker. Unfortunately, I get slightly taken out here, but you'll see in the next bit what actually happens anyway. So this is what we're doing. So I went around the left route, and you can see me and Sean are neck and neck. At this point, we're neck and neck, and this is where the race begins. So me and Sean have taken completely different routes. I've gone down the blue side, and Sean has gone down the I think it's the red side. So we are competing for this. I'm currently first. As soon as I hit this, we're going to first, we're going to second place, and this is just insane, guys. This was adrenaline pumping. I can only imagine if we had so many more cars here. We had proper teams going left and going right, you know, like say 5 cars each side doing it. And that's what made this race stand out for me. You know, there's a lot more races that are a lot more jump worthy and ramp worthy, but I don't really pay attention to that. I pay attention for like proper gameplay and what gets your blood going, what gets that adrenaline pumping. And as you can see, Sean actually overtakes me. Sean is there and he gets me well, because that last corner on his, he can floor. I can't really floor it on this because it's a bit more tricky. The next one, guys, the next race that I think is absolutely insane is called the Split, which is basically the Bar 500 going through this tunnel, and you know, these like football balls are on the pitch there. This is crazy because, again, this has got two routes where you can have teams going left and you can have teams going right. So it was interesting to see really what the different outcomes were. And like I said, if you mentioned in the showcase video of this car's so much fun to drive. And on a track like this, you can actually have serious racing going on. These tracks here, you can actually have a battle, and that sounds weird when you've got jumps. But because they're so interesting and so flamboyant, you can have different routes going in different directions. It makes the game so much more than just racing around the city tracks, you know. And, you know, it's going to be crazy when we're going to be allowed to actually make our own tracks from this. So, as you can see, Mike went on the right-hand side. I went on the left. Okay, I'm down on speed, so Mike's obviously going to have the advantage there. But if we were side by side going into this, there'll be not much in it, and you know, there's a crossover there, which you're probably going to go into the next guy. But it was just crazy, and this bit's always a bit tricky with this car because this car can oversteer really sharply. But Mike actually oversteers there, and I'm actually able to grab the lead through this insane overtake through the I don't know what you call that, but through the turbine. Yeah, that's probably what you call it. And then this is obviously the last part of the track, but out of the two, if I had to pick one of my favourite, it would probably be this one, because I just think this car on this type of track, on these type of props, are just insane. And the muscle car, I think you need more people with it, whereas this, I think you can actually race even just with like 4 or 5 people, and it'd be pretty cool to see who could come out on top. But I really enjoy these two tracks. I really enjoy these because they're just so cool to race. And I never thought I'd say this. We looked at the trailer and we thought, yep, it's going to be cool. Okay, it's going to have a different side. But for us, which race seriously in this game, how is it going to affect us? And it actually is benefiting this part of the side of GTA 5 where people race seriously and try to have battles, because there's just so much more fun now, and you can just have that much more sort of options available to you with different cars and different tracks. So definitely go play these 2 tracks, guys. Like I said, this one's called the Split and the other one is called the Duel, which is in the muscle cars. Try it out with your friends, you know, have a party and say half of you go on the left hand side only and half of you stick to the right hand side. Same with this one, have people saying, look, just always stick to the red or always stick to the yellow, and see who comes out on top. See who comes out on top on that, and it'll be pretty interesting to see what happens. But from what I played all last night, I must have played about 6-7 hours of this game, just sweating all the tracks out, getting the cars out and everything. It was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed this DLC. It's an expensive DLC, and Rockstar are really throwing so many cars this month. It must be like over 25-30 cars in the space of like 35 days or something like that. But anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this. These are the 2 best racing stunt tracks that I have personally found and a lot of people enjoyed. So leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want more of these type of videos, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Cheers.